Hello, this is Christine, and I am joined by my host, Aaron. Aaron, how are you?
Not too bad, Katina. How you doing today?
Good. So yeah, we'll break right into the questions here. We have Sandfalls, and they are from Moncton, New Brunswick. They are a band. This is our first band, actually. We have been doing a lot of solo artists. So we have a new set of questions specifically for band members. So we're going to do it. Aaron's going to start off.
All right, nice to have you guys on. I appreciate you guys coming. How did you guys get into music?
We are into music. How we got into
Yeah.
music?
How did you get into the music scene, into making the music in general?
Okay. Let's just go one by one, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like on the personal level, like how we got into like
Yeah.
playing music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, my name is Tommy. I'm the drummer. I just kind of my dad really got me into it. He's got as long as hair as I do right now, and he kind of introduced me to all the classics there and bought me a drum kit when I was 4. So I was kind of lucky to have that opportunity. So I kind of kept going after that.
Nice.
And I'm next. My name's Jamin. I'm the guitarist. And how I got into metal, per se, would be I went to a friend's place in high school, after high school, or during high school, sorry. And his dad played metal music. So, and then I just got really, really inspired by that. And my friend had a guitar, and he taught me "Smoke on the Water." So, and then that's where it started.
I'm Sam. I'm the guitarist and vocalist. I found that band, and it really got me into music. It was System of a Down, and then I got a guitar for Christmas and just started from there, listening to a lot of metal music, starting with System of a Down, some basic stuff like Slipknot, Metallica, and it blew up from there.
Well, I suppose I'm next. My name is Ethan Strugnall. I'm the bassist. I would say, much like Tommy, it was my father who kind of nudged me in that direction. Though he, growing up, was a very big grunge person from the 90s. So he was aware of a lot of the modern bands that pretty big metal bands that I listen to that he doesn't listen to because they're a bit more outside of his taste range. He's more of a rock guy, but he did kind of steer me in the right direction as far as my discovery of that whole scene went. So I give all my music discovery credits to him and the way he raised me.
Okay.
What was one of each of your childhood favorite bands? When you guys were growing up, what was the band that you absolutely had to listen to when you were a child?
My favorite band has to be Led Zeppelin. I know it's classic, it's cheesy, but at the same time, it's like in terms of drumming, it's like the perfect. It's really what got me into drumming. So for me, it'd be Led Zeppelin.
And for me, Jamin, the guitarist again, I would most definitely have to say the band Death, which was one of the first death metal bands around. But I remember him, Chuck Schuldiner, the lead guitarist, plus the whole band still is one of my biggest inspirations. And also Megadeth. Megadeth was another big one. The first time I seen the Sweating Bullets music video, I was like, oh my god. I need to be a part of this. So, yeah.
It's like I said on the previous question. Actually, I got into System of a Down mainly, and that one led me into a lot more bands from there.
Well, for me, again, going back to my father, played a lot of old rock and stuff like that for me, but the one band that clicked the most for me was AC/DC. So that was probably my main thing growing up. Although I will say that in my teenage years in high school, I was a very big, sad Slipknot kid. So
I love
there's
Slipknot.
that too.
I
Yeah,
love
me too.
How could you hate them?
Corey Taylor's
There's a lot of
probably-
reasons why you can hate them, but
Corey Taylor's got one of the best singing voices out there. Especially when he does his slower songs, he's got an absolutely amazing voice.
he just has the power,
Got to.
you listen to someone's voice and you can listen to he has a powerful booming presence to it. I think that's what helps him stand out a lot.
You can't argue greatness, right?
What is it, sir?
You're a little
So
bit
you
low
can't
there,
argue
Aaron.
greatness.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Aaron's a little bit low.
I said you can't argue greatness.
Exactly.
You want to do the next question, Aaron?
Yep. How did you guys meet and how long have you been together?
Tu viens que je réponde celle-là.
Sure. My story kind of tu peux plus extender.
Ouais. Je vais répondre celle-là. So yeah, I'm gonna explain this one since I've been in this band for the longest. It basically started with Tommy and I, and from there we had a few members that came and went. And when we were looking for a second guitarist, we played a show, and we actually met Jamin there. He was a family member of one of the bands we played with, and we hired him from there. And then we met Ethan through social medias, right? Ethan through social medias, and we got him in.
Okay.
Okay. What is your process for writing your songs?
Yeah, that's another one for me, I guess. For the songs we have out right now and all of the songs we play live, I mainly wrote all of them before the band formed, or at least I started writing them before the band formed. And from there, as the members came and went, the songs changed a bit around, and everyone added their little touch to them, and it basically became what it is now.
Yeah, so there's a lot different writing process when it comes to a band versus a solo member. I definitely like, yeah.
Yeah, like ever since we got Jamin and Ethan in the band, we started to write more like all together. Jamin got some pretty good riff in him, so we write more together, blend more ideas, have more outcomes.
Mainly one person who kind of creates like one little form of an idea, and then the rest of the band comes in and kind of molds it and shapes it into what it becomes. It gets like refined through a process.
A fine-oiled machine, exactly.
Yeah.
And me, the drummer, I decide the speed of the song. That's about what it is. Yeah.
See, from a solo artist's point of view, it's a lot more difficult to create a whole group opposed to singles individually, right? So I give you guys a lot of credit for that. And your music hits home. It's nice.
Thank you.
That's much appreciated.
No problem, buddy. Especially me, I'm from a whole different genre, but I appreciate artistry. And you know, when somebody's talented at it, you gotta give credit where it's due.
Hell yeah.
You want to take the last question?
Yep. How do you feel about the current music scene, both locally and mainstream?
Well, personally, since that kind of comes from I wouldn't say events, but like recent news or recent things that happen in the local scene there. Like it is kind of struggling in some bits, mainly due to like I guess lack of support, which is probably not something that's like on purpose or lack of interest, but maybe just because like life in general has gotten like a little bit like life is hard and expensive in general at the moment, so maybe people don't have like the time and money to kind of invest in like showing up, buying merch, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's like also a lot, like a very big amount of local bands, so I guess there's probably a little bit more supply of bands than the demand.
Absolutely.
Like, I personally feel like there's like a show every Friday and every Saturday, and very often you get the same bands playing very often. So that definitely does not contribute well. But I would really love it. When we started playing, we had a lot more like support. I find like there was a lot more support around. Definitely would love to see what we saw back then more in recent times. But yeah, let's hope for the best.
A lot of it is a little bit money ridden as well. Like when things don't work out money wise, it stops everything. So if venues aren't making money out of the shows, if people aren't buying the drinks, if people aren't paying to get in, people aren't donating. Well, that kind of stops everybody in their tracks, I guess. Which is kind of shitty that we have to kind of deal with stuff like that, especially that art and money shouldn't really be related, but everything's related to money nowadays, anyway. So yeah.
Which is a real shame because from what I've seen from all the venues and shows the last couple of years since I've been in Sandfalls, I have seen the most talented fucking bands like you could ever see, right? And but yeah, it's how it goes.
Yeah, like very, very talented bands locally that that probably won't have like the chance to make it as big as they could be, just because it's like especially the industry, like if the bigger industry is all about like who knows who and whatnot. So even if you're super talented, like the chances of making it big are kind of slim.
I don't
That's why we
necessarily.
created this podcast. Actually, was to give highlights to bands that don't normally get media, right?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is. It really is.
I will say, like, I don't necessarily blame like the people for not coming either, or like there being a like not lack of interest, but like kind of diminishing returns when it comes to attendance at our shows and all that, because it is asking a lot out of people when there's a metal show at like the local venue like once like every other Friday to like come out and like be there for like 5 hours and sit through like 3 bands with a bunch of sweaty people and like with a lot of noise and a lot of that stuff. And like it's like, hey, do you want to go see like X? It's like, oh well, they're going to be playing in like at the same venue in 2 weeks. I might sit out like this one, you know. It's kind of the same thing. Like it's kind of like the same thing with what the movie industry is going through right now. Like when new movies come out, like mainly the big ones, like there are exceptions, but for the smaller ones, there's hardly any reason to go see it in a theater because you know exactly where it's going to end up within less than like 2 weeks. It's going to end up on streaming. So why would you get out of your house and like go to a theater where there's a bunch of people, it's noisy, and where you can just like wait like a week or two and you can just watch it like from your couch in your living room. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's just kind of like oversaturation a little bit, where like once everyone starts like having shows popping up here and there and all that stuff, like the human brain just kind of like doesn't know what to do, so it just kind of glazes over it all. So that's why it's easy to see why attendance is down, especially like the past 2 years with like the sheer amount of bands we've had in our provincial area like scene and all that stuff. So it's just what it is right now,
There's a lot in
unfortunately.
Halifax too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
and bands.
Oh,
Yeah,
Halifax
I
have had a big boom.
So,
Halifax, I
you
feel like
guys
there's a show like almost every day of the week, almost.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. So, would you say that the social media aspect of the music and like the platform, Spotify, the Apple Music, have diminished the attendance to shows in general for artists? In your opinion, yeah?
Honestly, I think it does have a little effect for sure.
Has a
I
big
know a lot of
effect.
people
Huge
that
effect.
like we just played our album release party show not long ago, and I know a lot of people that said like, oh, I've already listened to it, and like I don't know if I'll go there, and I kept telling them like, well, we're gonna be playing the whole album, and that's just what they said. They said, I already listened to it, so they didn't really bother coming to the show because they already heard it.
It's like it's the exact same thing with like what kind of like the movie industry is going through. It's streaming. Like again, movie comes out back in the day, you'd have to wait like almost a year or more for it to come out on home video. So you're like, why would I go do that when I could just like listen to it here? And it's kind of the same thing with an album. Like it's not like back in the day where if you want to listen to the new like thing, you have to go down to the record store and you have to purchase it and put it in your car and all that. You can just listen to it on your phone, like with your headphones at home. Like when convenience makes things a little easier, like it's both a positive and a negative with like a lot of things. I will say that social media has definitely helped with a lot of local bands and like the local scene and all that, but like with anything, there's always pros and cons and stuff like that. So that's just my 2 cents on it, though.
Well, it's
Perfect.
very,
Well,
very
what
accurate.
we'll
I'll
do
give
is-
that.
Go ahead.
Pardon?
What'd you say, man?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying it's very, very accurate. That's all I was saying. He's right on the money.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with everything they're saying. I just want to make sure that because I got my next podcast today, so I don't want to go over it. So the first one I've got up is "Way to Dispose." If you guys want to give a little introduction to that, and then I'll play it right after.
Yeah, sure. That was the first single of our new album, As the Sand Falls, and it's probably one of our oldest songs. It's personally, one of my favorite songs on the album. Either you too.
It's not my favorite song on the album, but it's my favorite song to play live because it's very fast and there's a lot happening, so it can get your brain stimulated.
I would have to agree with Ethan
Yeah.
on that.
It's a very weird structure, lots of different things happening, lots of chaos, lots of catchy parts. It's just so weird. That's what I feel kind of brings charm to her music, is that it's catchy, but at the same time, it's weird.
Yeah.
I like when her stuff is weird.
My ADHD really kicked in writing this song.
Alrighty, well we're gonna give it a listen. All right, so this is "A Way to Dispose" by Sandfalls.
Thank you. That's much appreciated.
Let him out and close the
Everything
door.
hit perfect.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on at once, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
sure hope
definitely
it's on you.
a different field. I felt a little Slayer, a little Ozzy in there. I felt a couple other like different influences as the song went for sure.
Yeah, nailed it.
Pretty much. Lots of different influences from different bands.
Oh yeah, probably hundreds of different inspirations.
You got the player part.
Fine.
Yeah, the Slayer part is really nail on.
Yeah.
There's a specific part when Tommy joined the band. And then like we went through that song. He added that bell at the end, ding 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 ding. That keeps hitting, and you're like, oh, it sounds like Slayer.
Insane.
Cannibal Corpse.
I hear the that's like the Cannibal Corpse to me.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, so the next one we have to play is called As the Sandfalls. You want to introduce that one a bit?
Yeah, sure. Get you out of cool.
Okay, so that song is actually pretty cool. It's probably the one we're most, I guess, proud of how it turned out because it was such a shot in the dark. Like they wrote we were in Montreal with some friends to go see a show, and they wrote just like an acoustic jam riff, like guitar, and we kind of brought it to the studio, and we just kind of had a lot of fun with it. We recorded everything in I guess one take, without a click, just everyone in the same room recording at once with like a John box. So that was a different one. And then the next day we had lots of fun with different percussions and special effects and whatnot. So, and for something that improvised, we're really glad with the way it turned out. We had a really good mix engineer there. Shout out to Sandfalls. Sandfalls does really good mix. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach here. Zach here does really good mixes. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on it.
Fucking
Alright, so
awesome.
we're gonna play As the Sandfalls. really good guitar riffing in that one. Hold on. Stop. There. That was really excellent guitar playing in that one, I have to say.
Thank you, thank you.
It's definitely the guitar song.
But no, in that song, I felt like I was able to show off my acoustic abilities very much so.
Yeah, very
Other
much. And
than, oh, for sure.
I got lots of drums.
Yeah.
I like the way it turned out, especially like at the end with like everything going on and the big loud floor toms. Like it just kind of sounded like something off of like a Jumanji trailer or something.
it's definitely not metal. It's a different sound, which is nice. I like it when bands play with experimental sound. You know,
Oh, yeah.
not the same sound. Did you guys ever put lyrics to that?
What?
Would you guys ever? Would you eventually ever put lyrics to that? I could see that. Like,
When we play it live, we already don't play it the way it's recorded. We play it electric. When we were recording it, we were thinking about adding some sort of vocals, not necessarily lyrics or words, but we never really did it since the song was already like well packaged. We felt like there was a lot of stuff already going on, and adding more would have just been like over packaging it.
What's fun is whenever we play it live, we can have the opportunity to mix and match different things to see if they work or not. So it's very much like a experimentation kind of song, you know.
oh, it's great. It's definitely great.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're gonna lead into the third song, which is "Blood Money." You guys want to have that little explain of that one?
So, this is actually the first song in which all four of us were actually recorded in it. So,
We did it all in one day.
12-hour shift.
And so it says featuring Hayden. Who is Hayden? Is that somebody?
Yes, so Hayden Foster is the vocalist of the band Once Destroyed, great band, and he's a great vocalist. We wrote this song in 12 hour, I think, and we recorded it within that 12 hour, and we thought, hey, Hayden could be on this, and he did.
We're still waiting with bated breath for Hayden and their band to actually put out their new album soon. But
Okay.
alas, we'll have to keep waiting.
We basically wanted to try to make the heaviest song we could with this song. So, that's about it.
All right. Well, I'm excited to hear it. Let's play it.
Yep.
Here we go.
I'm dying to see, it's troubling me. Let me above and just leave me to be. If I oblige to trickish lies, then shoot me, turn me, break me, and torn me. Quit pulverizing what I'm destined to be. We distribute with attitude, as if we don't deserve our fair share to keep. Your greedy hands leaves bloody stains, restraining me down with my right to be. We can't let it slower.
That was heavy.
It sure was.
Yes, indeed. Tune down the whole half step for that one.
Yeah. I think it was very well
I
put
like
together.
that. It reminded me of a band, but I cannot freaking put my finger on who it is that I can actually think of.
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if there was a specific band in mind when we were coming up with it. We really just like threw everything one after another. I don't know about the other
It's
one.
a very standard slam kind of riff.
Yeah. Like, I personally didn't put much thought into it.
No, it happened very naturally, and we just kind of tried
What
to
you
have as
call a
much fun as
speed
we
song.
could.
Yeah.
A song written in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's
Just like
impressive.
Jamin said right before the song, we really just wanted to make something stupidly heavy. We recorded the entire drums before even coming up with bass or guitars. And we recorded the drums and just threw in random things. And then we were like, all right, we got a right riff to go with that.
So we have the last song up, which is Broken Foundation. You guys want to give us a little information about that one?
Sure. This one was actually the very first Sandfalls song that I've ever wrote, and it changed a lot through time. There was like maybe 3-4 different set of lyrics that came together, and we ended up rewriting the lyrics one last time for the recording. So any live performance you would see of that song before the album came out, would be different set of lyrics and everything.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool that you can evolve your songs like that, though, too. It doesn't have to stay one way. We can evolve it later on down the road, especially when we get different band members and different like perspectives, too, right?
Yeah,
True.
it's it gives you time to sit on the song and rethink it, and sometimes you just really need to do that, or else you'll second guess yourself too much.
Okay, so we're going to play Broken Foundation by Sam.
That was proper. That was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think it's not perfect. Yeah, no, legitimately, I love the contrast between like the singing and the hard. I absolutely love that song. That was great.
That's my favorite song on the new album.
That's my favorite. All the ones that you played, 100%. I love it. I really do.
That's much appreciated.
Yeah, I'm also really proud of this one. Like I said, it's the first song I've ever like actually wrote for this band, and it changed a lot since then. And I really like the way it came out recorded with all the dynamics, the 12-string guitar, the acoustic guitar, 12-string acoustic, and it just everything ended up perfect in my opinion.
Yeah.
You guys had my head banging over here too, man.
Yeah, he's over there. I seen his head bobbing back and forth. Really good. I riffs and music playing for sure. Like I legitimately enjoyed that, and really nice and clean sounding too. Like definitely, you guys know what you're doing.
Very
Thank
impressive.
you.
Thank you very much.
Been doing that for 2 years or 3 or something.
We really appreciate you guys coming.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking your time.
And we appreciate you having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great time. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Anytime.
Yeah, it was
And if
really-
you guys ever
really
want to come
fun
on
times,
the Cannabis and Crime one on Sundays where we just laugh at stupid criminals, if you're ever open on a Sunday night, you guys can come. You know, we don't talk about music there. You literally just come on and you guys get to blind react to the stupid shit I find all week. So we have on there and we help promote you guys on there as well. So if you're ever interested,
Yeah.
It's a
Two
fun
of us
time.
are big stoners, so we might do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a fun time. Aaron, that's the reason why me and Aaron met. He kept liking it so much, he keeps coming back onto the show, and then that's how we actually start to form a friendship, was because he had so much fun on there. So, again, I appreciate you guys.